Hi, everyone. Glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Couple of words about myself. I'm Alex. I'm running CID Solutions company providing development services around Fusion, SaaS, and PaaS. I also am managing a blog that mostly posts there different technique solutions that I like a lot to share, mostly around Visual Builder, Fusion, Oracle Integration Cloud. And today we are going to talk about solution. Again, my experience is from 98, I think more than 25 years working with Oracle EBS on-premise, or Sibyl on demand, HCM, Fusion. So a lot of experience. And today we'll talk about a use case that I believe that covers specific case in Fusion, but can really be taken over for many other requirements. Let me first go through the agenda, what we're going to see today. First, I'm going to present you the project, the customer that this was done with. We're going to hear about the actual business use case, the business requirement that we faced when we were asked to provide a solution. I will show you the high-level solution components that enabled us to provide this solution within Fusion apps. And then I will go one by one for every component. We'll show you in details how this was achieved. After that, because again we're talking about complex solution in a Fusion environment, and we're talking about a development deployment lifecycle, about system that has quarterly releases, and when we're developing new solutions, we should always keep in mind how we will do it and how it will withstand patches and the new releases, to make sure our investment will be okay, and the customer will have to maintain properly. And then I will leave some time for questions and answers, and maybe some other ideas that we can talk how such techniques can be used. This solution was implemented during the project in TAMA Group, led by PwC in Israel. And first we'll start with a couple of slides showing what is customer, what the business, what they're doing. Okay. So those slides provided to me by the customer. TAMA Group, it's a kibbutz-owned company. They're providing crop bedding solutions for agriculture. They're a global company. They had a head office in Israel, but they have 11 production sites and 25 sales organizations. They have offices in US, Canada, Australia, Hungary, Poland, and many other countries. So it's a real big global organization that has a very mature Oracle EBS implemented. And now they're very technology oriented, and they, being focused on their customers, they decided to go to Fusion, and our solution was part of their Fusion implementation. They just to show you what products they do. So you can see that actually they have the financial model, they have manufacturing, and they use MES systems. So the solution is very complex and interesting as a global company. Okay, so they're very committed on their customers. Again, picking up Oracle Fusion, one of their ways to keep the pace with today's world, with the IT world, and our mission as social provider to help them to achieve their goals by actually solving the IT challenges. So now I will explain to you the highlights of the business case that we received when we started this project or this solution. As I said, the customer is emerging from very mature and customized EBS implementation, and that they have many quality collection plans, custom tables, a lot of PL SQL. There are many framework screens and very, very customized. But also there are also functionalities that they were there in EBS, but Fusion application, Fusion supply chain is different application. So not everything exists the same way that it was in EBS. And here we're talking about shipments. As you saw, TAMA, they're shipping globally, and there, for example, they have one distributor. FedEx can deliver multiple orders on their route. So the idea of grouping shipments into trips is a real business case that they need to they have to support it in their business. And today's with the package the TAMA has is no 3 stops as part of supply chain. So the requirement we got that first we want to be able to group multiple shipments into single trip objects. We want to be able to have a UI screen inside Fusion without any specific single sign-on, just to be within the Fusion. They want to have a nicely looking friendly screen. They want to be able to perform actions on all trips with all shipments within the trip, to calculate costs and to look at the trip as a business entity, business object. And of course, the requirement was to see the trip as to utilize the existing Oracle reporting capabilities to show in the same report data from the custom object, from the new business object, which is trip, together with other standard Fusion objects. So this was the set of requirements we received when we actually start to evaluate and decide what would be the proper solution to achieve those goals. So now, having this showing the high levels requirements, now let's see what elements we put, what Oracle tools we selected to implement the requirements. First of all, I personally am a big fan of Visual Builder AppUIs. Again, I'm following work with Visual Builders is also as a separate application, but having a Visual Builder as AppUI within Fusion makes it a really good solution to create native screens within Fusion. The user does not log into different application. It's within Fusion. So we used Redwood design that actually gives us a good starting point, and I'll show in a couple of minutes. I'll show you how those screens look like. We utilize the sandbox feature of Oracle Fusion to create custom objects by application Composer. And I will show later also some Groovy method that we used there. the page composer that enabled us to add to integrate seamlessly our screen into existing Oracle screen, for example, to allow navigation from standard Oracle shipment screen to our new custom screen, and to add our new screen to standard menu of Oracle Fusion user. We utilized the Visual Builder AppUI, as I said, that allows us easy access to REST APIs provided by Fusion Supply Chain. And also, in some cases, to make it faster and easier, we use technique of using direct SQL queries by creating a utility bear publisher report and the Oracle Integration Cloud. Those techniques I publish on my blog. I have many examples and for all those techniques that we used here. By the way, since it was developed today, we already switched to a newer technique that we actually, by using Groovy only, we can run SQL queries from Visual Builder without REST APIs with no OIC, but I will show both options here. So to those of you know how the Visual Builder development is being done, I'll show it later. We leveraged the ADP components of ADP variables of the Visual Builder to actually to show the data we fetch by SQL. Okay. So now I'm going to show you actually how it was done. We'll dive deeper and see how actually it was done, how you can do similar solutions on your side. One thing is important that if I go back here, the reason we picked up Application Composer for custom objects was to allow us creating a new business object within Fusion database to allow the reporting of Fusion data with our custom data. There's always option to use external ATP database, but in this case, although we can access it, but it's much more difficult to create reports that access at the same time in an efficient way, both Fusion and custom object data. Okay, so first of all, you can see here in the menu, I highlighted the new menu entries we added to the standard menu of Fusion. You can see TAMA Trip Master is this one. You can see also some other some pilot management and some payment form we created. So in this project, we utilized this technique a lot, but now we are focusing on the trip master. This addition is done by using Sandbox structure feature. And now, but when you click on this link, you see we actually have another. It can be configured whether it's the same screen or separate tab. They decided to use a separate tab is open for TAMA Trip Master, and you can see that we can they see for current user all the trip numbers that we have. You see, for this trip we can have, you see the multiple shipments that associated with this one. We can see this information even before drilling down into it. So we utilize here Google style search, okay, that you can query either by trip number or by shipment number or by status, okay, and this, of course, it's also based on the user access within Fusion. And when you click on this 006 trip, this is the screen that was developed by using, as I said, Redwood design as the previous one. The previous one was a welcome page, and this one it has its edit form. We see with nice option of multiple areas, the trip attributes, shipments, trip methods have one header record and two child objects. And we also have an action. We can create a custom action here. We can do mass actions on those shipments within our trip. We can ship confirm all of them, can cancel the trip, we can exit the screen and get back to the previous one. We can register here. You see, it automatically calculates, for example, the weight of the trip from all the weights of associated shipments. And here you see the shipment number is a hyperlink. From here, by clicking this one, we are going to standard shipment screen of Fusion. So this screen is part of Oracle Fusion. Is open either from navigation menu. I'll show you. It opens also from the delivery shipment screen. You can also go back to Oracle Fusion, so fully integrated with the existing Oracle UI, and users when they saw it, they liked it a lot because again it was very easy and there's no need for complex user training because it's very straightforward. You see we can add shipment here, add shipment method here, and here when I click add shipment, we see we utilized here the opening a pop-up, and then we're using a drop down option of Visual Builder with option of table collection. So we show not just the shipment information, we show customer, organization, ship to country, city, weight. So user when is adding shipment to trip, it can search by the parameter that they described. They can search it here and add it into the trip. Okay, now when we are inside, this is a screenshot of Oracle standard shipment screen. You can see here in this right corner, we added a link that by clicking on this one will take the shipment ID from our screen and will go to our new custom script for trip management to help users. For example, if this shipment is not part of any trip, it automatically search for the trip. The number is passed automatically, and user can decide whether he wants to create trip automatically with the shipment, or he wants to cancel if it was clicked by mistake. As I said, those screens are fully integrated, and the user actions are very straightforward. So now how it was done. Now let's go to, we're going into the sandbox, and to achieve this solution, we need to use 3 types of tools for sandbox. We need to use the application composer for creating custom objects, the structure for the menu, and page composer to create a link from standard screen to our custom screen. And you can see here how by using page composer, how we add a link from this screen, from standard screen to our screen. And you see we can actually using bindings. We take delivery ID, passing its parameter, and also setting parameter from shipment equals true. That means we are coming from standard screen to separate the scenarios when user navigates from the summary screen from the user screen. So this we can create different user scenarios. This is the way to add this screen to the menu, to be a top level screen. And here in application composer, we create here one parent object with TAMA trip master with two child objects, TAMA trip shipment and TAMA trip shipment methods. You see it exactly matches the screen you saw. You saw the parent object and the child objects, okay? And here this designer mode of the Visual Builder Studio that we can actually design it here. We see in the connections, we can this we utilize and access all our custom TAMA trip master is a custom object, but we also access generic lookups, shipments, and shipping transactions. We access directly those APIs by exposing it to Visual Builder. And also you see the utility we created to run SQL directly. You can see they're quite a complex SQL, and I will not dive to it now, but when we create a custom object, Oracle does not create separate table. Oracle use pre-built tables inside Fusion to map to custom objects, and those mappings are different between different environments. When we go from dev, test, production, the mapping can be usually changes, and to make sure our development is written once but can be deployed to any environments, there are techniques how to use it to write queries. So the query is environment independent. So in my blog, you can see examples of different techniques, how to do it. I will not jump to it now, but it's important to understand that when we are using, when we have a custom object, we should properly address this one. Again, this is calling REST API of SCM, supply chain management, to perform mass updates of mass ship confirm of all trips. You see the last technique that I want to show you that was actually using the Groovy script on the application composer side to connect to OIC backend, to Oracle Integration Cloud, to run SQLs. And now we actually have TAMA common utility. We can receive a SQL, and by using BIP, we can convert results of SQL into JSON back. And this is the solution, as I said, the new solution we are using today. We're actually running the report directly from Groovy without going to OIC at all. Again, in my blog, I see details explanation how all these utilities can be built from scratch. Here, I just want to show you the idea behind. This is the generic report that can run any query, and we're using it either from OIC or from Groovy. And one last thing I want to cover that when we develop such solutions, we should we suggest to check and use Redwood designs with continuously getting improved. We should ask questions how this new custom data is used, whether it's used together with other data with Fusion. In this case, we should prefer custom objects over ATP. And again, using Groovy in application composer is very convenient way to expose new custom REST endpoints that can be used within Visual Builder. So I think I'm out of time. So any question, I can answer it.